For the better part of 2 weeks, the Kuva Lich system has been keeping me quite busy, grinding out all the brand new weapons and all the brand new cosmetics as well. But unfortunately, this system was rushed out, lacking a lot of features and heavily bugged. Thankfully though, for all of us, today we're finally getting some meaningful hotfixes. Oh, by the way guys, if you want to know the full scoop, link in the description down below, you can read this fantastic article. So let's start off with a converted Lich trading. Now, some of you have expressed your concern regarding that, hey, I don't want Rivens 2.0. And to be honest, I totally get it, but D has imposed some limitations, so hopefully it will never come to that. If you have a converted Lich, so you need a converted Kuva Lich, you may trade them with another player who may be looking for a specific Kuva Lich weapon or Ephemera. This system includes the use of a brand new dojo room inspired by the early whatever. Liches can only be traded once. Key here guys, traded once. You cannot retrade a converted Lich past one person. And this brand new room, it's this one, the Crimson Branch. Now you're gonna have to build it in your dojo, so if you want to trade Kuva Liches, unfortunately you're gonna have to be part of a clan. So there you go, I know a lot of you guys enjoy to play solo, but maybe you want to join a clan or something to trade a couple of Liches. Now from what I understood, for example, I got this guy, and this guy right here has an Ephemera. You guys can notice, right? He's got those sparks flying around him and all whatnot. He's got the blazing Ephemera. If I was to convert this specific Lich, then trade it to my friend, when my friend takes out the Lich, he's gonna get the Ephemera, and so will I. We will both get that fantastic Ephemera. So again, try to save your Ephemera Liches for your friends. And you just go over here and you trade yourself a Lich. Now you're gonna have to build this room. The cost for it is mediocre, to be honest. 250 Orokin cells, 1500 Hexanon, nothing too fantastic. And if you want to rush it, 150 Pluts. If not, just wait 24 hours. Now, getting back to the actual patch at hand, there are a couple of additional things. So again, the Crimson Branch is this brand new room. You gotta build it. Back-to-back duplicates. And take it from a guy who has farmed 24, 25 Kuva Liches, 26, I don't know. A lot of Kuva Liches so far. Getting the same weapon twice in a row with a worst stat or the same stat is simply frustrating. Your Kuva Lich will no longer have the same weapon twice in a row. Which is great, but there's also a flip side to this change. For example, maybe you're a hardcore grinder, right? And you want the absolute best weapon and you're trying to get yourself a 60% Toxin Kuva Cone, for example. This system might actually be a problem for you rather than a solution. So there you go, a bit of a give and take. Next, we're going to be talking about Requiem mods. Recycle your Requiem. Up until this point, any defiled Requiem mod was only really useful for getting in the way and being dissolved for 500 Endo, which was, to be honest, not all that much. But now you can use 4 of them to transmute. For defiled Requiem mods, you can transmute them into a random one, which is fantastic. Now here's a change which I know you guys will absolutely love. The drop chance of the Kuva Lich Ephemeras has been increased from 5% to 10%, which means you're gonna have an easier time snagging up one of these beautiful, beautiful Ephemeras. Now on my Revenant, he's got the Vengeful Charge, and so does my Smeetachu. But take a look. The Smeetachu has a lot less special effects than my Revenant. That's because this was never supposed to be a feature. Apparently this was a happy bug. We were never supposed to use these Ephemeras on our companions. Thankfully though, D did recognize the fact that we like this and they're gonna keep it into the game. However, they did reduce the amount of special effects for sentinels and companions. Also, non-Lich Ephemera functionality is in the works, so basically they're gonna try to adapt all of the Ephemera so we can use them on our companions, which to be honest is absolutely freaking fantastic. Now there are some additional details as well, but these will be the main headlines. If you guys want to have the full read, again, you can find a link to this beautiful article in the description down below. Now real talk for just a minute, my friends, because I do have something which I want to ask you. I want to get your opinion on something. Of course, I'm happy to see all the bug fixes, definitely, who wouldn't be? And I'm grateful to see the new features as well. And while I can't exactly say thank you for bug fixes, that's a bit weird, I can say thank you for being understanding and letting us keep these fantastic new features with our sentinels and our companions being able to use an Ephemera and let us make a Smeetachu and all whatnot. That's awesome. On the other hand, I can't exactly ignore the fact that some of these features, and especially some of these bugs, should have been ironed out from the get-go. It would have spared so much anguish and frustration on a part of a lot of players, and I'm basing this opinion on your comments. So let me ask you something, because ultimately, it's up to you as the community. What do you prefer? Do you want something rushed out the door as soon as possible, lacking features and heavily bugged? Or would you prefer to wait a couple of weeks, perhaps even a couple of months, to get a feature-complete system and a lot less buggy? Because again, ultimately, you guys make that choice. I'm just one person, and here's my 2 cents on the matter. If it was up to me, I would definitely wait. Not because I'm keen on waiting, nor am I that patient kind of guy, but on the other hand, think about it. It doesn't really matter how awesome a brand new system is. It doesn't really matter what exciting new feature your favorite game is coming out with. If that experience is gonna get trashed by bugs and glitches, you will have a terrible time. And once again, I'm basing this opinion on your comments. But again, ultimately, it comes down to you guys, so let me know in the comment section down below, how do you feel about this aspect. As always, my name has been Lazer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. If you got any sorts of feedback for me, I would love to read it in the comment section down below. Also in the comment section down below, if you want to suggest a particular piece of content. And yes, I am working on all of the Kuva weapon reviews. They will be done as soon as possible. You can also find me on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all the usual places. Until next time, my friends, and bye-bye.